You may have seen my little post on Instagram stories about my brother getting a new bike. It's the Canyon Spectral. It's a really, really nice bike. I've seen the pictures, and actually seeing it in real life is pretty awesome. You know, I don't geek out too much on the bike stuff. I do, but I don't. You know, I try not to make it all about the bikes and all about the head tube angles, or even be like, oh, this is a $6,000 bike kind of thing. There's a balance there. We all love new toys, but this is my brother's first bike in like 7 years, so he's reasonable with the money spending. So let's jump in. I'm Brian, this is BKXC, and this is my brother Justin, but also the brand new 2018 Canyon Spectral CF. I don't know what the build is, we'll figure it out when we open it up. Welcome to a community. The faceless German brand from Canyon, or from...
No, we're passionate cyclists.
They're oh wait, yeah, here we go. This is built for being unboxed on camera, apparently.
Hold on.
Hands off.
There's a certain order to this.
Yes.
Let's get started.
Get out! You need to be in the light for this to work.
First box out. Nice little Canyon logo. Welcome to the family.
Oh.
So this, I believe, yeah, it'll give you directions on what's included and exactly how they're expecting you to take the bike out of the box, since it's packaged in a way such that it's
Very particular.
yeah for you.
Okay.
Oh, some sort of dry bag, but I'm not really sure.
The Bronson came with something like that.
I've ridden a
too.
lot, and I don't really understand what the use case is, but it's cool.
You're part of the family now.
This looks like the pieces for the Renthal handlebars, just
Warranty
kind of stuff. We got our tubeless stems, which means it's not set up tubeless yet, which is okay. No idea. Pair of just flat pedals, which is actually not bad. Just have them around. It's a replacement derailleur hanger, I believe.
Oh wow, it looks really weird.
Just like a pivot on the back of the frame, so it is a little interesting looking. Got the manual. You know, what bike category is this?
About Black Diamond.
With a CD-ROM. I'll have to buy a computer that can take that. And the general manual, just bike BS.
Read it.
They have to
Cover to
include.
cover.
This is a little bit more of the interesting bits, I'd say. So assembly paste, which is nice to come with. And then this is actually a torque wrench. Slightly
high tech.
Seems janky, but it's nice to be included for free when you're expected to hit the certain torque spec, right? And it even comes with all of the different
hex bits.
Yeah. And then there's additionally just the Allen wrench, but I'm not really... Oh, I guess it's another torque wrench, actually.
Oh, weird.
So you have 0 and 5, so that's probably for the seat post or something that you commonly would use. I would say very cool to include those things. We have nicer versions of those, but a lot of people buying bikes might not. And then a shock pump.
Ooh.
Probably the same shock pump we've gotten with every other bike we've ever bought.
Yep.
And then it looks like we've got some more manual type deals in here. See Fox. It's got Fox suspension, so some SRAM stuff. That's what's in the box. Oh, and a Canyon sticker.
It's a decal.
Hard to see.
So Justin just bought a Canyon for his wife Jen about 2 weeks ago, so he's kind of already been through the process. He's already a member of the family. Blocking the camera! There it is. That gold color is pretty cool. I see a giant dork disc.
So everything is held together by these nice Velcro little ties, which is great if you needed to actually box this thing back up and return it, say you got your size wrong or something. I was reading they allow unused bikes to be returned, I believe outright, within 30 days, and then like used bikes within 30 days you can get store credit basically to swap it out for the correct size, or if you wanted a different kind of bike. So I should probably take a picture in case anything's wrong to be able to box it back up appropriately, to be honest. Alright, so let's get this seat post kind of out of the way. It actually looks like it is already hooked up, which is great. On the wife's bike, it was I had to still connect the cable, which it was a KS11. It was a complete pain in the ass. All right.
Yeah, I like the Velcro stuff. That's so much better than just random tape. So we ordered the bike on Wednesday. It came on Friday, kind of. There was a FedEx faux pas, so we had to actually go pick it up. Today's Saturday, but pretty quick shipping.
Yeah, definitely. We're in California and they're in California, so there's no real need to order the 2-day shipping or anything like that. If you're within California, they'll come pretty fast. Got some DT Swiss carbon rims. To be honest, don't know what they are. XMC 1200.
30s.
Also reflectors for safety.
Yes. Be laying on the side of the trail in Rockville soon enough. He's got his seat up way too high.
I think I got a system for getting this thing in. So what's happening is the integrated seat post clamp is just enough pushed out of the plastic that must keep it in place, just enough pushed out that this hits it. So if I slide a piece of paper in there just for it to make it over that hump, it'll be fine. I just have to deal with that plus assembly paste and all that shit, so it might get a little messy, but
janky. So this bolt right here is actually pushing a bigger piece. That's not just the bolt. Yeah. It's pushing like a big piece of plastic right here that is permanently stuck. And that's just in that position.
Just tweaked just enough, as you would think. Plastic isn't necessarily going to be like perfectly, just like if it was metal, it could just be bent ever so slightly. So when this seat post hits it down, it's just hitting it. So if I put something in between that, the seat post will just push it aside.
Yeah. Like a piece of paper.
Tested it and it was fine.
For you.
The issue is then getting this out, which it probably isn't going to get out, and it's going to go ahead and drop into my frame, which is shitty, but whatever. Alright.
Is that the only place you put that paste?
On the handlebars as well, the stem handlebars. This is so tight, honestly. It's like, feels like it's kind of just scraping it off as it goes down.
I just noticed these bump stops on the bike, which is an awesome feature because if you look at my Orbea, it is scratched all to hell from not having bump stops, from having the handlebars rotate around and then that scratches that, and it's horrible. It's really like a bad design.
Alright, we're going to take this guy off because it is super loose and super in the way. This makes it officially not road ready.
Yeah. How about this one?
That one we're leaving on.
You had your bike for 7 years, I think. So it was time.
Yeah, something around there.
Trying to buy 26-inch wheels to replace it. They're out there.
I guess we could have gotten up to the bike stand now that we have the seat mounted.
What kind of lever did they give you? Oh, the old style. What? I didn't think they still made those. I'm not being facetious either. Shout out to Anthony Robles. Dropper post remote is mounted with the matchmaker. We actually don't know if these are tubeless ready or not.
Looking good.
Sweet. Looks like they are pre-taped. Gutting the fish.
And that's a big inner tube.
It really is.
Float down the river on it.
These are 2.6 tires, front and rear. Love it. We got the front wheel set up tubeless after many, many tubeless runs. That was about the smoothest one we've ever had. So this little thing is pretty neat. I was looking at it like, what the heck? Do we got to push this out? But you pull this out and then you go like that and it gives you the leverage to take the wheel off. That is neat. We should all be carrying tools with us on the rides, but you know it happens, especially with the Orbea Rayon. Like, you can't get the back thing off. There's a lot of axles now. You can't get them off without a tool. And that makes it so much nicer. It's actually kind of nice that it came with tubes because now you have 2 spare tubes. The rear tire is being a big pain in the ass. There's just a huge gap between the wheel and the tire. We're trying with the Joe Blow charger, but I also have the air compressor fired up, so let's try that out. This is what we in our family call Joe McGee style. So it's, you know, it's just a bit of irrigation tubing to try to fit over this and get enough pressure on there. Oh God. All right, we got it. Air compressor saves the day. Justin just pointed out that these rotors are like really nice edges, like rounded off. Not
like
the
what
sharp.
they're like what they're doing with road bike discs, so that they don't cut people when they crash.
Oh man, those road bikers. That's like death on wheels with those road bike discs. It's coming together. I already did a little shout out to Anthony.
What about Joe?
Oh no, thank you, Joe. He signed his.
He actually signed it.
So let's try our best to go through all the components here. I know it's X01 Eagle, and I can already see that these cranks come with crank booties, which is fantastic. This is the #1 thing you need to buy when you buy a new bike. That thing gets destroyed. 2.6 Recon in the back, 2.6 Minion DHF in the front.
Fox Factory 34. It's not a 36 like you see on
Most
like your Rayon,
big bikes,
I'd say.
yeah.
Stuff that's like real big.
Guide Ultimate brakes with the carbon levers actually. Ergon grips, Renthal fat bar, light. Actually, yeah, it does kind of look a little smaller than some of the other fatties. Got the old school dropper post remote that I talked about.
Some sort of Fox Float Factory.
Evol. It's got the extra volume, even though it looks like the littlest thing compared to all the other ones that have like the brain and stuff.
Yeah. RockShox Reverb.
And an Ergon saddle. This saddle looks really nice.
Something I noticed on the wife's bike, and they had kind of talked about it, the quote-unquote internal routing is not really internal, it's just in this tray, which I imagine is badass when you go to service things. Just remove the bolts, drop it down, replace your cable housing and everything, and be done with it.
Super accessible, and when you eventually scratch it on a rock, maybe you can just call up Canyon and buy another piece. I really, really like that.
And then we got some thick
look at how fat that is.
Chain
That's
guard
great.
or frame guard business going on here.
Oh yeah, underneath too.
I'm sure somebody knows more about it than I do, but there are no ISCG little mounts for the
bash guard.
Chain bash guard stuff. So if that's a deal breaker, sorry.
FYI, yeah. It's a fantastic looking machine. I think we're gonna go out for a ride. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the trail.